Hey, I'm Michael Essa. This is my shop, Essa Autosport, located in Anaheim, California. So at Essa Autosport, we do a lot of custom stuff for a lot of different types of cars, but mainly focusing on Porsche road race cars. So whether it's a bone stock street car that a customer's been driving for a few years and wants to get into racing, we can convert that into a track car. Or if it's a full-blown race car from the factory, a Porsche RSR or something like that, we've taken care of those cars as well. So basically anything that they would need from all the maintenance type stuff, prepping the car and helping them with suspension setup and tuning at the track and all that type of stuff. So we don't do the normal day-to-day kind of maintenance stuff for street cars. We work closely with our clients and take care of the car completely, whether it's an engine that needs to be built, we'll do that in-house. Servicing transmissions, for the most part, we'll do that in-house. All the fabrication, we take care of everything here. So basically they can bring their car, drop it off, we can build them an entire turnkey race car. Time all depends on what they want to do. We can work with pretty tight time frames. Since we do everything in-house, we can control the how quickly everything gets done and without worrying about outside shops to help us get it done. So we've got other cars in here too. We've got some projects, an E46 road race car that we're working on. Have my Pro FD drift car that I'm driving this year. Built a new chassis for this year and kind of learned what we did with that car, all of the modifications and changes that we made throughout the years and applied them to this car. So this is basically just everything that car had, but done right from the start. It runs in a horsepower to weight class, so it's a 2,900 pound car with 240 horsepower to the wheels, and basically it's a momentum car. So really focus on the suspension setup. Almost every car in the shop runs KWs. That one has KW V3s, some of them run KW Club Sports, and all the way up to KW Motorsports. So we work with KW closely and we can get these cars dialed in and change shock valving and spring rates to make them really work at the tracks we run at and for the tires that they want to run. We've run this engine now for 2 seasons, and 2 seasons making 1,000 horsepower of the wheels is pretty insane. So we also have stuff like this. We've got it's a 2001 Boxster that started out as a street car. Client brought it to us and we turned it into a full-blown race car. KW Club Sport suspension on. We've got adjustable sway bars. We've lightened the car up, caged it, all the safety equipment in there, upgraded brakes, and we have a built motor in here. We are restricted in horsepower to weight in this class, so car's about 2,900 pounds with driver, and we have the engine restricted to about 240 horsepower at the wheels. So a project we just started on a couple weeks ago, it's a Cayman, it's a 2009. We've got the Pandem body kit on it. We just finished cutting out the factory quarter panels and basically doing a tub in there so we could get all the clearance for the wheels. This was a pro race car that ran in IMSA, and now it's being converted to a car to run in SCCA in a GT2 class. So we're actually going to put a 997 Cup car motor and a sequential transmission in it. This thing's going to be a beast when we get it all done. I've got my championship winning Formula Drift car on the rack here. It was run from 2013 to 2017. So we're just kind of going through it, refreshing the car, and eventually it'll be put back together for demos, maybe some overseas competition, other fun events and stuff like that. But solid car with a lot of memories. So it's after running for 4 years, it was time to tear it down and do a solid refresh on it, and hopefully have that thing back up and running soon. Got another customer car over here. This is just a club kind of time trial, maybe do some time attack and eventually do some wheel-to-wheel racing. So it was his track car, but it was very mildly modified. So we went through, gutted it, did a full cage in it, put KW V3s on it, bunch of small upgrades, Beamer World race exhaust, Beamer World diffuser, and we're going to put some CSF coolers in this thing and get them out on track real soon. So outside of the shop, the other services we provide are driver coaching and car control training. So we have an E36 M3. It's lightly modified, basically a race seat, some suspension work, and we'll take that car out to the track and put some of these guys in it that do road racing and are not comfortable at the absolute limit. So we'll take them out and get them in the seat and explain to them how the balance of the car works, how it affects the car on the track when you lift the throttle, when you go full throttle, weight transfer. So they get comfortable in that car and then they can apply what they've learned to when they're on the track in their own car. So you can find me on Instagram at Michael Essa, on Facebook at Michael Essa 101. Website is EssaAutosport.com. We're located in Anaheim, California, so right down the street from Disneyland, and we've got a lot of toys in here.